Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariella. I am so glad that you are watching this video because today we are talking about, drumroll, not procrastinating anymore. I know that's such a common topic, but I want to talk about my perspective, my experience, and some steps for you to not procrastinate anymore on the goals and projects that you have in your mind and all these different things that you're so excited to get into but you just don't know how to, and you also feel tired of the fact that you just keep procrastinating and putting it to the side and just waiting for it to happen. I have just been such a hardcore procrastinator, and we just have to, because it's just not going to work. You are a business owner, you are a leader, an entrepreneur, a social media content creator or marketer, all these great things that I know you are here for and or that you are just talented with. And I don't want you to waste any more time in your life to get things just going, to scaling your business, to loving what you do every step of the way, to loving the journey, to loving yourself out of work, and loving the fact that you're growing while you lead your team or while you start hiring in your company, and being able to let go of certain responsibilities so then you can focus on other things. There's just so much to be excited for, and I can't wait to teach you more about how to lead your business and how to fall in love truly with the person that you're becoming, because it's not just about business. It's not just about your company or about what you want to do with that, but also it's about your personal growth, your spiritual growth, you having fun while you do it, and you also knowing that you're not going to be perfect at that. You're never going to reach that perfection. It's always going to be a journey of just being better than you were before. So an example is just even me doing this YouTube channel. This is just my second video. I did post another video if you want to catch that. It's about having a relationship with God first and foremost and seeking his kingdom this season, and focusing on that and not being stagnant anymore, even with that in itself. So this is kind of like a number 2 to that video in a sense, because we're still talking about that sense of being stagnant or being stuck, feeling like we have just so many things we want to do and not getting to it. I think for myself, it started from high school. I was literally the worst procrastinator. You would catch me waiting till the night before an assignment was due to do a lot of work instead of doing it 2 weeks before the deadline when it was assigned. So you might relate to me. A lot of you might relate to me, honestly, because it was just bad. And I don't know how I made it through college and even my MBA. I got a master's in business, and I even procrastinated during that, and that was not fun. I had a whole huge dissertation project that I had to do, and I waited till maybe 2 weeks before to finish a good majority of the report. That sounds horrible, but that's honestly what happened, and that's not the goal. And that's what I want to come across, to you, that you understand that it's going to take you being diligent and disciplined and you learning how to build good habits. Because for me, even to this day, there's things that I still procrastinate, that I still put to the side. They can be the smallest things, and I'll just be oh well, I can do it later, I can do this instead now. There's always going to be other options for you. There's always going to be other things for you to work on, but that's where you want to prioritize what's most important for you at this moment. And the video that I mentioned to you is about the most important is placing God in your life and having a relationship with him first and foremost, seeking his kingdom first, right? And then all things will be added, his word says in Matthew 6:33. But now what we're talking about is how can you prioritize all these different things that you have in your mind that you want to get done? And with that experience that I've had, that I shared with you, that even from high school, I've always procrastinated. It takes little by little, you tackling things and having projects that you want to do, if that makes any sense. For example, if you want to grow your company and grow your sales to a certain number, how are you going to reach that goal, right? What are steps and habits that you can do that are going to help you to reach that? Let's say you love talking on the phone, you love social media, right? Well, something I would recommend is that you maybe take less time or focus on not using your phone or using social media while you're working on your business plan. If you're zoned in from 8 to 10 a.m. on your business, that's amazing without distractions, and you can get so much done, right? You got what I mean? So that's already you not procrastinating, because you're being so effective during that time frame with not letting these distractions get in the way. And I think with that being said, you want to focus on what's priority in your life right now. What are the things that you could do right now that you feel will be good for you and it will feel like you're taking a step forward instead of backwards? Because for me, I feel like there's a lot of passions and like goals I have. Like I can literally tell you 20 things I want to do, but I'll never get across to any of them because it's a lot of work in itself doing each of them, if that makes sense. Like I'm very much like entrepreneur, businesswoman. I have a lot of business ideas. Like the other day or like a few weeks ago, I was setting up my whole like Etsy store, and that's to come. I will definitely let you guys know about it when I do, and have you guys buy products from there. But I had that planned and that just didn't happen, or like I haven't done anything ever since like a few weeks ago because other things got in the way, or like other business ideas got in the way, or things that I wanted to do. And I think it takes commitment. It literally takes commitment as to deciding like if you're going to do something, like doing it. You know, like if I said I'm going to create an Etsy store, then for me to do that Etsy store and publish it, even if it's like within a year time frame or a few months, but if I put my effort and time into it and it's a passion or it's something that I want to do, and like God's opening doors or he's allowing me to do that, and it's not bringing anything bad to the world or like to yourself, then why not, right? And you know, just sticking to it and letting that happen, like not procrastinating any longer. But I think that at the end of the day, you want to know and like recognize that you can't do all of it at once. And I hope that brings relief to you right now, because to me, I've always wanted to do everything. I've always wanted to do everything that has to do with social media. Publishing on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, what am I missing? All these social media platforms, starting my business with marketing and helping others grow their social media, and working at a company at my family business and being a manager and a leader there, and figuring out an Etsy store and taking care of my health and wellness, and fill in the blank, right? At the end of the day, if you feel like, how can you balance all of this and how can you do it with excellency? It gets a little stressful, right? Like it's like not a little overwhelming, a lot overwhelming. And that's where it comes in that you have to place your trust in God and seek him first, and like trust that he's going to help you through and he's going to give you strength. Because while yes, we might be hardcore procrastinators and not be like good at like prioritizing things and getting them done, we also can't do everything by ourselves and on our own. Like, sorry, my camera shut off, but I was basically saying that while I could advise to you right now, like these are going to be the steps for you not being a procrastinator anymore, and tell you can just drop these few things and focus on these things. I think at the end of the day, we'll fail and we won't do things right, if that makes sense. Like we can just make everything be perfect, but we're still going to maybe fail and not have the best habits at some point. And that's where we want to like understand like God's grace and accept the way that we are. Not saying to always procrastinate on things, but like understand that it's a journey, and God is going to work in us, and he's going to do his best and love us no matter what. And like us not be so hard on systemizing and having everything so perfect, because at the end of the day, like life isn't just about getting things done. Life isn't just about working so hard that you have no time to enjoy the blessings God has given you and the people around you and just like all these different things, you know? So you definitely want to hone in on what matters to you and what's important to you. And in this season, understand that there is time to do what it is you want to do. There is time to create a life you love. There is time to grow your business and to give your best at it and like do amazing things with it. But there's also time for you to rest. And that's where I want you to find the balance. That's where I want you to focus on prioritizing, on thinking what is on the top of my list, and what is it that I'm going to focus today with the best of my efforts and give all that I can. And then just go from there, you know, enjoy life and enjoy the people in your life, and understand and remember that you're not in this by yourself. and that everything will come to pass, but also it takes you putting the work and putting the efforts, and little by little knowing that this is all going to work out, that this procrastination is no longer going to be an issue, because you are, number one, seeking God, number two, trusting Him, and number three, being diligent with the things you've got to do and that you set to do. So I hope that you got something from this video. I hope that you watched this far, and if you did, you are so true, you are so amazing. And if you didn't, obviously, like if you skipped and got to this part, then you also are amazing. And I just hope that you got something from this video, or you just were able to relate to me, or just listen. Whatever it was, I thank you, and I hope that we can go through this journey together, and we can no longer feel stuck or feel like we don't have the capability to get unstuck, but that we will just go for God's best for our lives, and that we will just like walk. I don't know if that's even biblical, but that we will be able to rest too. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you come for the next one. And if you watched this far, please comment down below what is something that you are going to do different and prioritize in this season. What are you no longer going to keep procrastinating and leaving till later? So I hope to hear from you, and I hope that you stick around for the next video. Bye.